Hello there and welcome back to Miss Techie's Corner. As teachers, we all know how important an effectively managed classroom is. So not only does it optimize student learning, but it also mitigates a lot of the behavioral problems that we can have. Students need structure. So I am going to be demonstrating how we can use the free app called Classroomscreen.com. This allows us to have some type of structure in our classroom, and it's many of the apps that we already use, maybe from different places. For example, you may just Google a timer, because you want to use a timer, or you want to have a sketch pad, you go to another website for that. So you can have all your favorite tools in one place. The demonstration that I'm going to be showing you today could be used in-person classrooms as well as online classrooms. So let's get into the tutorial. Go to classroomscreen.com and click launch. The first widget I'll talk about is the backgrounds. You can choose the backgrounds from the variety of pictures that are available for you. Next is the random name. If you're doing an activity where you probably want to call on students to present at different times, but in a random order, you type their names on the line, then you click choose, and it will randomize the names and you can then say like, okay, John, you're up. You can resize each of these windows. And the next widget is the dice widget. This is especially useful in math activities that will require you to click use dice. Maybe if you're doing odd and even numbers, maybe the number that is rolled, if you decide if it's an odd or even number. For the noise level, make sure you have a microphone on your device. And for this demonstration, I'm setting the noise maximum and the sensitivity level to 1. And if the noise level reaches or surpasses those, it's going to make a ding sound. The next widget up is the media. You can insert a video or display a video, a YouTube video, an image, or your webcam. And next is the QR code generator. You can use this if you have a website that you'd like your students to go to. I didn't have one prepared for this demonstration, my apologies, but I'm just using a random website that I have open right now on my computer. But you copy the URL for the website that where you want your students to go to, and you will copy the URL and paste it in the URL bar of the QR code generator. Your students will then scan the QR code and it will take them to that website that you'd like them to go to. Next up is the drawing tool. And this works like any drawing tool out there. Of course, you can resize it, or you can choose to have it display in full screen. You can choose the line size, the color, and the eraser tool. Once you're finished, you can choose to delete. Next up is the text box. Let's say you want to type your objectives for your students to see. This is a good way to use this. And it has the same functionality as any note-taking app such as Google Docs or Microsoft Word. You can insert a link. You can choose the position of the text. I like the formula option. If it's a math activity, you can actually type formula. Next up is the work symbol. This is one of my favorite. Depending on what's happening in the classroom, you can decide your students. Of course, you'll have to teach this to your students first. Right now, we're working on silence. It means no talking. Then you can choose if we're whispering or it's time to talk, to maybe a think, pair, share activity, or if you're doing a collaborative activity, we work together. For the traffic light, you can choose if you want. It's like, okay, right now we're getting ready to start, so everyone should get out their pencils. We're getting ready to start in a minute. Okay, let's stop everything we're doing and maybe line up or pack up. Next is the timer. This is another one of my favorites. You can choose the plus or minus to decide the level, the time, sorry. Here you can choose the different tones that you'd like to play when the timer is up. When the time has elapsed, the sound will be played. If you'd like to have the timer repeat, you can click on the plus sign next to the repeat icon, and it tells you how many times that timer is going to be replay. Stopwatch, this can be used, let's say if you're doing a speed reading, or students, you want to see how quickly you can read your sight words, or how quickly you can memorize. You've memorized your times tables. You can use that feature for that. And then you have the calendar feature. If you're using this for online teaching, you can share your screen. And in this example, I'm showing you how you would use this for Google Meet. You can probably use this as a welcome screen for your students, but you can probably use the text box icon. And the timer. Think of the creative ways that you can use this during your online classes. If you make it full screen during the Meet, you will have to probably reposition the boxes, as you can see. You can also choose to hide the widgets, so only the icons that you have open, the windows. Here's an example of how you would use it in Zoom. You'll go ahead and share it the same way you would share any other window. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that you found this tutorial very useful. If you have not subscribed as yet, please do so, and please remember to like and share. See you in the next round. Goodbye.